Wait. Do I get a hiccup or not? Body design.
Come on, buddy. Come on. Do it or don't. Ever wondered what will happen if a semi-stable scientist, one lab explosion away from being a supervillain, teams up
with a caffeine-addicted screenwriter ready to fight the system?
Well, buckle up, buckaroo, 'cause we're about to dive right in to the madness of transdimensional travels.
Take a seat in the front row as we take beloved movies from this dimension and pitch it with a completely different genre, thus creating a whole new classic. Hi, I'm Els.
And I'm Professor J.E.L.Lehnsherr, and this is In Another Reality.
A transdimensional journey exploring beloved stories in another universe.
Imagine, mad scientist
meets Starbucks screenwriter.
Well, what the fuck we are doing? We're taking beloved movies from this dimension and just pitch it with a new genre. And therefore, the plot is gonna change into a whole new one.
Yes.
Dramatic suspense builds up.
And we're gonna pitch that in another reality. Not universe. Why do I want to say universe? It's
because it says another beloved stories in another universe up there, and then there's another reality right on top of it.
Yes. Yes, it is. That's true. Yes, anyway, we're going to pitch it in another reality and hope some producers will give us a shit ton of monies to produce those.
Yeah, yep. I'm still hoping for my Master and Commander sequel, which is just a handful of phantom.
And yes, we took this classic Age of Sail history movie and made a heist movie out of it, and it was a lot of fun.
And it was scarily close to the plot as I remembered it.
I've never seen it and still haven't seen it. I don't think we have a lot of housekeeping to do since we're recording those episodes back to back, and there's no new stuff.
No.
Once again, I just like to point out we have books you can buy.
We have books and we have ghosts.
Last time was our bonus episode, the Halloween episode, where we took the family rom-com Mamma Mia and turned it into a horror movie.
And this time, it's my turn to bring the genre, and Mel's turn to bring the movie.
Yes, and this time, I don't think he suspects the thing what the movie is. And I don't know if he knows the movie. I'm gonna reveal it now. My movie is Despicable Me. Do you know the movie?
Holy shit, isn't it... Wait, Despicable Me. Isn't it that weird movie where this one dude has thousands and thousands of yellow slaves and at some point adopts 3 children or something like that?
Basically, yes, it's exactly this movie. It is a children animation movie, kind of crime comedy, I would say, and family.
Holy shit. You know, when you gave me the genres, I was like, that has to be one of these weird children detective movies.
No, the crime is in the other direction.
Oh, but I remember that was a very fluffy unicorn everybody wanted to die for.
It is so fluffy, I want to die. Yeah, that was one of the characters. I will come to the characters, but do you want to reveal the genre first?
My genre is disaster movie.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Oh, fuck, okay, nice one!
Think The Day After Tomorrow.
Yeah!
Disaster movie.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's that's the only example I have for the genre. Here we have, basically fighting for survival. There can be a nuclear bomb or something dropping, a huge nature event, or human-caused event, which just wipes out stuff and the main characters have to survive. Yeah, I brought the disaster movie, and We have a disaster scientist once again.
Oof, big oof. Yeah, let me tell you something about Despicable Me. I started with the character outline. Our main character is Gru. He has a first name, Felonius, Gru, I think, but nobody.
Phileas?
No, it's.
Is it like Phileas?
F-E-L, maybe an E, an O, an N, an E, an I, an U, and S. No, I don't want to show you the outline.
Later, I will.
It doesn't matter. Nobody calls this name. I think it's revealed in the third movie or something.
How many movies are there?
Oh, it's actually quite horrifying. There are 3 main movies, plus a Minion movie, and they're making another Minion movie. So it's like, this friendship is 5 movies deep in, and it's kind of horrifying, actually. Yeah, I feel that. You can't see it, but the look on Lisa's face describes perfectly what everyone's thinking.
I knew about the Minions movie. I do have trading cards from the Minions movie because there's this one. I wanted to have the Beef Eater Minion. That's the only reason why I have Minion trading cards, because sometimes I'm actually quite of a. I'm homesick and I want to have London shit. So yeah. Anyways, I knew the Minion movie existed from the trading cards, and I knew the first movie existed, but.
The first movie is the best movie. I like the second movie. The third one is absolute trash. Like, I think it's absolute trash. No offense to people who like the third Despicable Me movie. I actually do like the first one quite a lot. I think it's a great children movie. It's really funny. It's endearing characters. It has like good character development. It is a good movie, I think. And I would, I haven't rewatched it in a while, but I would still call it a good movie.
They have a mad scientist, and that's all I care for.
Yeah, but now first the main character, Gru. First name exists, but doesn't matter. He is basically a failing supervillain. He just wants to be memorable and wants to steal like the most amazing thing, to like go down in history as the best criminal. And like his main plan is to steal the moon. He will become, at the end, a father figure for 3 orphan girls. I'm going to come to in the end. And he's mid-50s when the movie plays, which I also found really interesting. Then your character, the mad scientist, Dr. Nefario. Nefario?
Nefario. He has got a name.
Yes, he's called Dr. Nefario. He's the elderly assistant. He's actually 70 years old. And yeah, I actually wrote down elderly assistant, aka mad scientist. And
aka me.
He builds weapons and invents stuff for Gru to use, and also I think helps with like multiplying the minions. Even though the minions are terrifying if you think about it. And
I thought they reproduce by asexual reproduction.
Yes. I can get into why it is pretty likely that Gru actually like built some minions. Like he took the original ones and built new ones who aren't actually minions, but something Gru built. Because minions are... You can't destroy minions. They're indestructible. I know it's terrifying.
I have a minion at home. I cuddle with this minion. Oh, God.
They're indestructible, and they actually pledged their allegiance.
Allegiance.
Yeah, allegiance with like the baddest and most evil supervillain. And yeah, I will come to the minions, but they're actually terrifying if you think about it. So I think they actually quite fit well in the disaster movie.
They are the disaster. Let's be real.
Yeah, actually, I have the minions as next characters. I know there's Kevin and I don't know, but I don't give a shit. They're all minions. Sorry for people who have favorite minions.
I have a Fred at home. My minion is called Fred because, of course.
Everything's called Fred.
Yeah, but that was the original Fred. Like, that started the dynasty of Freds.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, the minions, I think most of us know them. They look funny, yellow, but they're quite unstoppable, like we said, and they're safe, serve the most evil villain or person, and that's at the moment Gru. Even though he's not really that, they just stumbled upon him, I think, and the world is glad or should be glad that Gru is having those and not, let's say, Donald Trump.
Holy shit, the poor minions. I would rescue them.
They are lovable and clumsy, but also can be annoying because they're this clumsy.
Didn't they kill Dracula by accident?
Yes, they did. Absolutely correct. The girls, we have Margot, the oldest girl. She's one of the orphans and gets adopted by Gru. First to steal a shrink array, which is important for his plan to steal the moon because he needs to shrink it first.
Don't remember this part of the plot, actually.
It was actually the main plot hook, I would say.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and so he adopts her. She's quite sensitive and she's often straight to the point. She's untrusting, especially at the beginning, untrusting of Gru. But she's still pretty optimistic. Her sense of humor is sarcastic and witty. She's a bit of a smartass, and she's mature for her age. She's only 10 years old. But Gru also thought that she was like 15 in the first movie. And I was also very shocked when I read that she was only 10 years old, because it seems like she was a lot older.
I thought she was like at least 12. Oh my god, that poor child.
Same here. And she's protective of her younger sisters. The middle child is Edith. Same story, often adopted by Gru to steal a shrink array. She always wears some kind of hat, so you never see her hair actually. I thought that was interesting. She's a bit reserved and quiet, but she also have a bit she also have a big destructive and chaotic energy in her. So, for example, she loves the weapons and torture instrument Gru has at home, and she's really fascinated by it and really unconcerned. She's a bit of a tomboy and very sporty, and she's 8 years old. And the youngest sister is Agnes. Same story as before. Should help to steal the shrink array, adopted by Gru. She's excited and adoring. She's, in contrast to the other sisters, more immature for her age. She's 5 in the first movie. She feels like 3, I think. She's the one who loves fluffy things, and especially unicorns, so I relate to that. She also loves candy a lot. She has a bit of a short temper, and can shout really loud. But she's also really sensitive, and she needs attention, and she's a bit dependent on her sister, Edith, who she's following around. And later also Gru. An interesting tactic of hers is, if she doesn't like something, she just holds her breath to get what she wants and faints occasionally. And so it's not the first time that she did that. I mean, it can't actually happen because nothing really can happen, because as soon as you faint, your body kicks in and you start breathing again. But it's an interesting tactic for a 5-year-old, I think.
I'm wondering who taught her that.
Yeah, not sure. And like I said, the main plot hook is that Gru adopts 3 orphan girls to steal the moon, and that he wants to become the best supervillain ever.
What a baby. What a baby. Too adorable. But why the fuck would you steal the fucking moon?
Because some other guys stole the pyramids of Giza or something, and he was like, okay, I need to one-up him, and decided to steal the moon.
Besides, the ecosystem. Have you not read a science book?
No, he definitely has not. I mean, he has probably on Minion, but he definitely hasn't read one about the ecosystem and the moon. I think there's actually a really funny scene of a werewolf howling at the moon, and then they shrink it, and then he turns back to a human.
And it's just completely naked or in heart-shaped boxer shorts and then covering himself. Something like that. Yeah,
it's possible. It's been too long since I saw this movie. I just noticed it's absolutely hilarious.
Avina completely forgot about the moon being such an important thing. But hey, that could be a hookup. Because if he steals the moon, obviously, he shrinks the moon, basically. Obviously, the tides are going to be out of control. And here's where we kick in our disaster.
That's true. We can do the disaster movie. by doing he goes through with stealing the moon.
Yeah.
In the movie, he doesn't go through. He releases the moon because some kind of ballet show of the girls he wants to watch. Please don't ask. I know that he decides to not steal the moon in the original movie in the end.
But homeboy's some weak sauce.
Yeah, he's a softie. I mean, he wants to become the greatest supervillain. He definitely has mommy issues.
Oh.
Definitely.
I just remember the minions dressing up as servants, and that's what I remember right now.
Yeah, the minions are interesting because, like I said, they're actually
terrifying.
Yeah,
do not fuck with the minions,
yeah,
or they will fuck with you.
If you think about it, and honestly, a shout out to Matt Pitt's film theory because he made a whole theory video about how to kill those bastards because they don't care. Drop them in a volcano, they survive. Shoot them in outer space, they survive. Give them no food, no water, they survive. They lived from the beginning when Earth when life started on Earth till now.
They killed a poor T-Rex. I will be coming for the asses. So glad we're not having a video of this.
It looked really funny, guys. I can tell you that. Yeah. So at first I was thinking we take the minions and make the make the disaster out of them. But I think the moon is actually better.
Yeah. Maybe they realize, oh shit, the moon being out of orbit is actually so... What was that for a face?
What? I'm tired. I wanted to yawn, but I didn't want to make any noise, so it looked like that.
I just thought, minions.
Yes.
So terrified for a second.
Also that, always.
Yeah. So basically, they stole the moon. They placed the moon with one of the minions, probably Kevin or Fred. I'm bringing in Fred here. It was Fred. Gru gave one of his minions the moon, and basically, the world got out of its ankles. No, the world can't get out of angles. So basically, the world turned upside down, shit like that. The tides crashed, and natural disasters happens because the moon is important, guys.
Yeah, I'm thinking if we do it we change a tiny thing, for example that he tries to get money from the Bank of Evil, and he needs the shrink array for that, and for the shrink array he needs the girls. Let's say he doesn't need the girls for the shrink array, so he goes through with the plan and steals actually the moon. And with stealing the moon, the whole world gets turned upside down. And while living in this disaster world, he meets the girls.
Mm-hmm.
And they need to survive together and try to get the moon back in the orbit so everyone can survive.
Yeah, I would say the minions actually lost the moon. So somewhere in the minion colony, in the depths of the abandoned factory of minions. The lair, the secret one. And the moon is somewhere there, but the minions are just unable to find it.
Yeah, so maybe he put the moon on some kind, on his shelf, and one minion was I don't know, cleaning, and then it fell down and it rolled under I don't know what, and then there was also some kind of
an earthquake happened, and the moon just got, and it's a very interesting ping pong thingy.
Also, wasn't that this thingy that the moon got bigger again really quick?
Yeah.
We can throw that in there as well, that the moon not only is on Earth and creating all the chaos, but he's also on Earth and getting bigger on Earth.
Ooh. Until it's... Yeah, because at some point you know where the moon is, but fuck, the moon is still getting bigger, and oh no, it creates new tension with the atmosphere and the gravity.
Yeah, obviously, because it's it's the bigger it gets, is the more of gravity it gets. So maybe the water is all going in this direction all of a sudden,
Yeah.
and even more destruction is happening.
Yeah, also you have to think about all the satellites crashing now, and maybe at least you know how NASA can get back their shit they left up there.
So we have the basic idea how the disaster is happening.
Yes.
Now we are in this disaster. What is going on?
Good question. I mean, you have earthquakes everywhere. You have floodings. There's going to be a shortage of food. A lot of people have to relocate. Like, you have this classic build-up day after tomorrow. All stuff is happening at once. You don't have really a safe space where to go. And then there are rumors about, like, a sacred place where you can go, and probably that's where the moon is located in the end.
That would make sense.
That wouldn't make sense, no.
I think we have a group of survivors. I would concentrate on our main characters, and they are our group of survivors. I think that there's like an earthquake, and like Gru and Dr. Nefario and the minions need to get out of the house where the moon is buried somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Because their house got destroyed in the earthquake.
They do have still the shrinking ray.
They still have the shrinking ray, yes.
Good.
Yes, because then they can shrink the moon at the end and put it back in place.
Does the shrinking ray have a thing which is like a return switch to make things bigger?
I can't remember how the moon got big again. It was just wearing off too quick, or if they did it big again.
Because if they have like the reverse card of switches, they could use that for like food or water supplies. Like, oh, we only have that much food. Guess what? And it gets big, and then they can feed. I'm thinking.
Yeah, I don't think it works this way.
Yeah, that's a shame. So I can feed the masses.
No. Forgot what I wanted to say.
That wouldn't make any sense for like molecular structure, and it wouldn't actually feed the people, and it wouldn't be too good because science, race stuff.
Yeah, let's just say it just can't do it.
Okay. It's trying to feed people.
No food for our survivors.
No.
Also, another question: is this movie still be like animated, or is it? I think it would be like, I wouldn't say more fun, because it would be more horrifying if it was like real life.
Holy shit. Imagine Gru in real life.
Imagine the minions in real life.
If this would be a video, there would have been just one of these error messages popping up all over her face. You either have like very bad actors in like very full body minion costumes running around.
No, you would have CGI.
No. Oh god. Good CGI or bad CGI?
Depends on the budget we get at the end.
Anyways, yeah, real life movie. Huh. I feel like, I don't know which one of the girls, because I'm bad with names, has the obsession for fluffy unicorns. I feel
Agnes,
like
the youngest one.
Agnes is gonna get her fluffy unicorn because she deserves that one.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I'm not quite sure how they get together. I'm having this really funny idea. It would be really shitty, but it's kind of fitting because Gru is really shitty at the beginning. That he's like, okay, our home got destroyed. Let's go and pretend we are orphans so we get into the orphanage. And like he gets all the minions and pretends they are children who need to go to the orphanage.
Hey, good day to you. I have like 5 million homeless children who are also orphans. Could I just leave them here, please? I am their only one who can take care of them. That's the worst Gru accent ever.
The thing is, I'm thinking if Groot just doesn't also pretend to be an orphan to get in there.
Holy shit,
This
can
is
see
me
him.
and my 5 million brothers. We got orphaned during an earthquake. We need food. We are very hungry.
And then there's Dr. Nefaria, just like, yeah, I can verify that. I don't know how he's talking, actually.
I actually don't know either.
Does he talk? I mean, he's on his scooter the whole time. It's just like, help us, please. You see, I'm also impaired. Please, you gotta help us. We are on our own. We are so scared. No mother, no father, or any other carer. Please.
Yeah, something like that. So they stay near their own home to find the moon, but at the same time have like a place to stay, which provides them with food and shit. And I mean, Margot, Agnes, and Edith look right through that shit and be like, those aren't children. You're a grown-ass man and you're a fucking grandpa. What do you want? And then maybe they tell them about the whole moon disaster and they're like, okay, you guys fucked this up. We need to fix this. You have your chance for redemption. Let's do the shit. And then maybe also the orphanage gets like destroyed, so they're back on the streets. I mean, I feel like every proper disaster movie has like a group of survivors needing to come from one place to another. I feel like we have to like get them farther away from their home.
Maybe Agnes, that's the youngest one.
Yeah.
Is really obsessed with like this unicorn exhibition, which is a bit further away in town, and she's like, oh, I saved so much money and I can finally get this one giant fluffy unicorn, and like that's her quest. And they're like, yeah, let's go get this unicorn. I don't know.
I was thinking about we said that the moon being in the house also have like a lot of like effect on the environment, right? So probably it's like the worst where they are. So let's say the government be like, we have to get every person in this area evacuated. Nobody is allowed in there. So they get evacuated, and then they need to find their way back through all the destruction and earthquakes and water and
volcanoes,
God knows
storms.
what. Yeah, storms, definitely
Excitement.
storms. And then they need to find their way back to the house and get the moon.
Yeah, sounds like we're going somewhere.
And I think Agnes can still get her unicorn because she gets that at a amusement park. And I think like amusement park where everything is like destructed and which looks like old and empty.
It's just basically Zombieland, but a few years later after the zombies. Some electricity is weirdly still running and everything is kind of a bit of spooky. Maybe there's some fog because there's gonna be a new storm, but everything is still really, really pretty. And yeah, that's the vibe we're going for.
Yeah. We need to take care of the minions though, because they're indestructible and they could be easily the ones who like solve all of the problems.
I mean, the minions could just pile up together and be a bomb shelter when like there's a storm and the minions are just huddling together and protect the main protagonists.
But the thing is, like, if the minions are this indestructible as we said, and they fucking are, so they're terrified, be afraid.
Be afraid of the minions. Spread this message. Be afraid of the minions.
Exactly. Then why aren't we sending like all of the minions to like the main destruction site, because they can't get hurt, and let them retrieve the moon, you know?
I mean, but can you trust the minions to get the moon?
That's what I'm saying. We need to take care of like that the minions could just like get the moon.
I mean, Dr. Nefario, he's like A+ chef's kiss with the minions. Like he can control them, right?
Not really.
God damn it, Dr. Nefario, I had trust in you.
Gru has more control over the minions than Dr. Nefaria
Maybe
has.
Dr. Nefaria has like developed a new gadget to have like the modern minion control. Like he has control over, let's say, Fred. Like he can auto control them to receive. So he is the retriever of the moon. Like he has control over this one minion.
Yeah, I understand it, but I meant it the other way around. How do we get the minion out of the picture so our main group has to get back into the danger zone to retrieve the moon? Because otherwise it's boring.
Oh, shit. No, we can't put a minion into the spotlight. Minions are evil. Minions were trying to
we can put the
control.
minions in the spotlight, but it's way too easy, you know?
Yeah, true.
Then the disaster's happening, they get out of the town, Gru is like, oh, go minions, go, and then a million minions search every inch of, like, where the house was and find the fucking moon, and then it's over, you know?
Yeah, true. I mean, minions could build, like, a barrier to ward off all the natural disasters.
The government is recruiting the minions.
Well, at least in that town, you know? This town has been minion sealed. I'm not sure.
It's difficult because I don't want to leave them out completely because they're one of the most iconic thing like everyone remembers about this movie.
Yeah, but I feel like they could be just background protection. Like there's this huge twister heading for the house and it's about to completely wreck everything. Like all the massive bad shit is gotta focus on the house because the bigger the moon gets, the worse the disasters and the worst thing attracting it. So the minions build the barrier, but there can't be a minion going inside the actual house because otherwise the barrier would be breached, right?
So we say we put the minions, like we literally build a wall out of minions.
We are building a minion wall. That's what I'm pitching here. Why do we build the wall? Build the wall. Banana wall.
Careful, here comes a German pun. Niemand hat die Absicht, eine Mauer zu erbauen.
Oh shit!
It means nobody has the intention to build a wall. That was famously said. Just like a few days before the DDR started building said wall in Germany.
Mr. Khrushchev, tear down this wall! To bring another bit about history. Yeah. So we are building a minion wall.
We are building a minion wall.
An indestructible minion wall. And they are just linking arms and arms together and...
Yeah.
I don't know. Do they have arms? Say they have arms.
They have arms. They look like Tic-Tacs with arms and feet.
And very cute little goggle eyes.
Yeah.
And, yeah. I always think they look like SpongeBob if he would have been a pill.
I'm not sure, like, if it's disrespectful to SpongeBob.
I'm sorry, SpongeBob.
But okay.
I mean, I always thought the minions were asexual and SpongeBob turns out is not asexual, although sponges are. And they are, like, reproducing technically the same. Here comes the biologist again.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. There would be a lot of biology lessons here. I'm so sorry, listeners.
Oh, I think that's really, really interesting, actually.
Anyways, we built the minion wall. That's our last
I would also maybe put in a scene. You guys, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, where Groot tries to get the fin thingy for Yondu, which he needs to control the arrow. And he brings everything, but not this fin thing. We should make a scene like that. It also clearly shows the minions are not capable of getting the moon.
That would be Fred. That's Dr. Nefarious controlled Fred. And then the kids are like, fuck it. We're gonna do this on our own. And then they go into 3 different directions. And then they split up because...
Yeah. I mean, I also imagine that Dr. Nefario and Gru are not, like, aren't telling anyone that it's their doing and
Yeah.
that they stole the moon. And I think the girls are like, you have to tell someone. They can help us. We can save this. And it isn't lost yet. And they're like, no, we can't tell anyone that we did that. And maybe there's a point, like the typical point in a disaster movie where they like split into groups and the girls decide to retrieve the moon on their own.
Mm-hmm.
And that gives Gru finally like the courage he needs to like confess that he stole the moon and that this is the problem and they can fix it. And then he goes to find the girls who found the moon but like are in really in danger. And yeah.
So Dr. Nefario and Gru play get help while the girls are being badass and retrieve the moon.
Yeah.
Maybe Agnes is just doing the doing this. I can't describe. Like she's standing on top of the moon and just rolling it around like a dancing bear, you know, like a circus bear. She's just on top of the moon and just rolling it as it's like it's spinning.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I just had like an idea, but I don't think we should do it because I think the idea that where the moon is, that then everything is like worse, and that the bigger the moon grows, the more mortal dangers there is good. But I just thought it would be so funny if Agnes has the moon the whole time, you know, because she thought it was like, I don't know, a mumble or something. But then the moon...
a marble.
Oh, yes, a marble. I'm sorry.
It's like, what's a mumble? A mumble?
Yeah, mumble is if you can't talk, like I just did.
Yeah. A marble, yeah. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, if Agnes had it because she thought, oh, a pretty marble, and put it up and put it like in some of her bags, and the moon can still keep growing, just not as far, like not as fast. But I think it would be really interesting. That would be like a plot twist.
Yeah, maybe the thing that I do like the moon is actually a marble. Maybe one of the bigger girls saw the moon being really really big, shot it with the shrinking gun, and then it plopped. And Agnes was like, "Oh, look at all those pretty marbles!" and then picked them up, and then she has it in her bag, and then stuff is just like making a small noise, and as the moon is going bigger and her bag's suddenly getting heavier.
I think we should definitely keep the moon getting bigger, and we should keep it like maybe not as fast as we thought at first, but it would also be really funny because they like, why wherever we go are the catastrophes the worst? Why? And at some point maybe Dr. Nefario figures out that where the moon is, it is also they're the worst catastrophes because the moon is on the Earth.
Yeah, it's out in this fucking orbit. We should do something about that. Oh, well, turns out one of our children has the moon in their pockets.
Yeah, I'm thinking, isn't there a scene at the beginning of the movie where they try to sell cookies to Gru, and he's like really rude and like tries to like dismisses them and something? What if in this scene like the moon is rolling outside somehow because a minion did stupid thing and Agnes picked it up at this point even before the catastrophe started? Then it starts and then they find the girls and then they're like, why is it always the worst where we are? And Dr. Nefario finds out it's always the worst because they have the moon on them. And then we have the whole problem with the minions no longer because they sent all the minions to the house but they can't find it because it's literally not there.
Ooh, so no minion wall.
We still can have a minion wall, I feel like.
Yes, minion wall. Do you wonder how a minion would taste, though?
I like the energy I'm just drinking.
Tempting. What do you... Oh. It's mango flavored.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I better not drink any energy. Otherwise, I'll be flying around the studio.
Yeah, and then you would hear like the buzzing sound, and we don't want that on our podcast recording.
Yeah. Minion Wall. Once again. We'll always come back to this.
We need a minion wall. It's just too iconic to not do it.
Yeah. I did have minion cake once, and it was actually quite delicious.
Is there anything else we need, or can we go over to the pitch?
We could go over to the pits. So, what happens in the end? They put the moon back where it belongs. They are a big happy family. We have a minion wall.
Yeah, I say so. I think they find the moon with Agnes, and they try to get it up there themselves. We still have the thing where the girls sneak off at some point because Gru just doesn't fess up what he did, so that the NASA can't help them or something.
Agnes gets her beautiful fluffy unicorn.
They're still at the abandoned amusement park, definitely. I want her to get the unicorn, but I also want it to be really disgusting looking because it's like really.
It's one of these Apocalypse Now unicorns with burnt fur and an eye missing, but it's still pretty.
Yeah, exactly, like that. It's missing an eye.
Yeah,
she can put the marble.
Yes, she's probably putting the marble in there.
Oh no, the trauma when the moon's getting too big and the unicorn explodes.
Oh no. Then there's fluff in there, and it turns out it's actually a unicorn pinata, and there are loads and loads of different candy bars in there. Candy bars are better than...
Yeah, I would say in the end, like, Gru admits his mistake and understands that it is enough to have, like, a happy family and doesn't need to be the greatest supervillain, even though he still wants to be a great supervillain. He's not giving that up. And he gets the moon back with the help of, I don't know, the NASA or something. They put it back in orbit. And yeah, that's the end of the movie, I'd say.
Yeah, and then we have some very obnoxious song playing in the background for the end credits, as we have minions
Because I'm happy.
tumbling down the end credits and do shit, and there's a banana somewhere.
Banana!
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 And yeah, the end, everything is very upbeat and happy, and then that's the slogan: family is what you make of it. Just be nice or something, some positive vibes. Or family can be anyone, unless there's love. Oh. Family can be anyone, but only if love is there. I got a head shake. Oh, Mel's is shaking their head. And doing an interesting smirk, and now looking at me and losing it. I made it, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary masters of this universe. I made it. I made them lose their shit.
No.
Aww.
God damn it.
Aww.
I think it's time to go to the pitch because
It's time to go.
otherwise, who knows what happens.
Otherwise, things might get too emotional.
See you there, guys.
Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary masters of the universe, to our pitch meeting. We're going to pitch you the most amazing new blockbuster of probably the century. We don't know yet, but Mels, take it away.
Yeah, good evening. We like to pitch Despicable Me, Out of Orbit. Working titles also were He Who Stole the Moon, Brought the Monsoon, or Moon Soon. It's a pun, you get it, right? Gru, a supervillain, stole the moon to be remembered as the best villain ever. But he forgot about science and that this would have a lot of consequences for life on Earth. He, his mad scientist friend, and about 5 billion minions try to get it back in orbit before all is lost. On their adventure, they meet 3 orphan girls who they team up with, and hopefully save the day. And they also become family, because family can be anyone, as long as there's love.
Ooh. Dramatic, upbeat, happy music, which will annoy everyone for the next 2 years. Dum da dum da dum da dum da dum.
Because I'm happy.
Da 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 da.
I can't sing, I apologize to everyone, yes.
No, I'm not apologizing for singing. And we need 69 million to make this movie into real life with some moderate CGI, which might be terrifying in a couple of years, but we do not care. It's going to be a timeless classic.
Definitely. And if those minions become part of the uncanny valley due to CGI, we don't care. The story will be so good, nobody will even bother to criticize anything. It's definitely Oscar material. Yeah, that was episode 2.
Can't believe it is episode 2. Episode 2 of the regular timeline.
Yeah.
Not to forget that.
Yeah, there's a bonus episode out also. And
there will be a bonus episode out once this airs.
Yeah, it's a little bit confusing to record like episode 1 and 2, but not the bonus episode who's airing between episode 1 and 2.
Timelines are confusing, man, to quote Wade Wilson, aka Deadpool.
I mean, we are jumping dimensions. I've lost like any sense of time and space, actually.
Time is a concept. Time is a weird concept. Time is broken.
And a social construct as well. But you know what's not broken is following us on Instagram. You can find us at J.E.L.Lehnsherr _official. And you can buy our books, like, not my book, actually. I just did stuff for the book, but it's like his book. You can buy it on ePubly or all the other sites. Just Google J.E.L.Lehnsherr.
Yeah, it's been a fun. Also, don't forget to follow and like all the shit, the amazing at Mel's Loose Chester on Instagram. They're queer, they're amazing, they're a content creator, and the tech genius around here. Without them, this podcast wouldn't be happening.
Please subscribe wherever you hear this podcast. And reviews help a lot. So if you want to, please give us a review. If it's like a good one, even better. Please don't give us bad reviews. We're trying.
We're trying so hard. We're starving.
You know what also helps a lot is like word of mouth. So if you have a person who you think would like this podcast, tell them about it. Maybe tweet about it or like do an Instagram story about it. Like if you want to support us, that would help a lot. Thank you so much and thank you for listening. Safe travels until next time. Bye.